2011 has some nice enhancements for Flow that really help in post-processing results as well as setting them up. Let's take a look at what we have so far in Beta 1. Not everything is in there yet, and we'll talk a bit more detail about that after we've shown a couple of things first. Now, one of the areas we've always had challenges is in animation. If we want to animate it, we have to go create an animation, and you can't rotate the model while it's playing. Well, now you can actually play any result live. So while that's moving, we can zoom around and look at different elements of the model quite easily. Not only that, we can show other results as well, and you can even play them at the same time. So just like that, we can get very interactive results, and we're not just talking section plots. We're talking about flow trajectories as well. So we can get those going, which enables you to do some very interesting things. Now, if you're interested in particle analysis, they've done some cleanup to help with the process of defining particle studies. And they're using a new wizard approach to help you step through the process of building up your particle study. So you specify whether gravity, erosion, accretion are important. Specify what your material is, if it's a solid. For example, is it one of the metals or polymers in there? Size of the components, where they're being let in, and it walks you through the process. So that's a nice improvement to make it a bit easier to work with. Another thing that's already in the Beta 1 is with the solver. You can actually now save your dialog settings, so if you've got the graphs of convergence up and everything else. Alright, something that's not in there yet but I'm very excited about is the ability to look at multiple results on the screen at once. So you can plot velocity on one section plot and pressure on another. So I expect this will be in very soon, but that's going to be a great one for helping showcase different aspects of the model in one image. As we mentioned, there's improvements with the user interface, such as the wizard for the injections, additional cleanup of the other property editors, and as I mentioned, the solver status. And those layouts you can save, and you can have many different layouts depending on what you want to have set up. But probably the most important aspect are going to be two initial modules, HVAC and an electronics module, that are going to come out with this release. Now, these are in addition to the existing product, but they work in addition to the existing flow seat, but they offer additional components and enhance existing functionality. So that means, additional library items as well as new features, but they're really tailored to solve industry-specific problems faster and more easily than you could do with just the base flow product. So there's a lot of knowledge capture and value being packaged and made available for users to purchase. So with the HVAC module, we've got three key areas to talk about. One is obviously the library update with materials, fans, additional means of modeling radiation, comfort parameters, which is more about, is it an environment suitable for people or computers or whatever else, what's the air moisture density and so on. And then the electronics module has additional components as well, such as dual heating, a new method of modeling heated pipes more efficiently. You've got, again, additional library options, means of generating characteristics for PCB boards, modeling of semiconductors. As far as the timeline, the electronics module is actually in the Beta 1, but the licensing will not be in place until about July 19th, July 20th. And the way these modules work is they're installed with the existing product, but it will be purely based on your serial number, and when you activate, if that serial number is eligible to unlock these additional modules. So in Beta 1, if you activate your license after July 19th, you should see the additional electronics module. The HVAC module is not in the code yet, but that will probably come in the next beta release or two. So anyway, I think there's a lot of exciting things to talk about with Flow for 2011, and it should make it a great release.